The Power of Positive Thinking, Denzel Washington Motivation. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what the most dangerous thing in the world is? A mind poisoned by doubt. Because the moment you start believing that something is impossible, it is. The moment you tell yourself, I can't, you've already lost the battle. But here's the truth. Your thoughts have power, more power than you can imagine. This is your moment to rise. And if you can master them, if you can control your mindset, you can change your entire life. Some people wake up every morning expecting to fail. They don't even realize it. But they're already defeated before they step out of bed. They say things like, life is unfair. I'll never be successful. People like me don't win. This is your moment to rise. And guess what? Life delivers exactly what they expect. Now, let me ask you something. What if you flipped the script? What if instead of expecting the worst, you started believing in the best? What if you started saying, I can, I will, nothing is going to stop me? See, positive thinking is not about ignoring reality. It's about shaping it. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. It's about refusing to let fear, doubt, or negativity dictate your future. Think about every great person who has ever achieved something extraordinary. Do you think they had an easy path? No, they had failures. They had setbacks. But they had one thing most people don't. An unshakable belief in themselves. This is your moment to rise. They saw success before it happened. They spoke it into existence. So what's stopping you? Fear, doubt, the opinions of others. Let me tell you something. None of that matters. What matters is what you believe. Because what you believe determines what you do. And let me be clear. Positive thinking alone won't make you successful. This is your moment to rise. You can't just wish for success. You have to work for it. But when you combine relentless effort with an unstoppable mindset, that's when the magic happens. That's when you become unstoppable. So here's my challenge for you. The next time doubt creeps in, shut it down. The next time you feel like quitting, push harder. This is your moment to rise. And every single day, remind yourself, I am capable, I am strong, I will win. Because once you start thinking like a winner, you become one. Doubt is a silent killer. It sneaks into your mind, whispers in your ear, and convinces you that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. That success belongs to other people, not you. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. And if you listen to that voice, if you allow it to control your thoughts, you will stay stuck exactly where you are. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity. They fail because they never even try. They let fear of failure keep them from taking the first step. They convince themselves that they'll never make it. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. So, they don't even start. And here's the painful truth. The only thing standing between most people and success is their own mind. Your thoughts are either building you up or tearing you down. There is no in between. When you tell yourself, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, I don't have the right connections, this is your moment to rise. You are programming yourself for failure. And the worst part, you don't even realize it. It's like carrying a heavy chain around your neck. But instead of someone else putting it there, you locked it on yourself. Every negative thought adds another link to that chain. And before you know it, you're weighed down, unable to move, completely trapped by your own mindset. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. But the good news, you have the key you always have. You can break free from that doubt anytime you choose. What if instead of telling yourself why you can't do something, you started focusing on why you can? What if every time that voice of doubt crept in, you replaced it with a voice of confidence? Imagine waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror, and saying, "I am more than enough." This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. I have everything I need to succeed. Nothing is impossible for me. It might feel strange at first, maybe even uncomfortable, but over time, those words will become your truth. The same way negative thoughts hold you back, positive ones will push you forward. Your mind is your greatest weapon, but only if you learn how to use it. This is your moment to rise. So ask yourself, are you feeding your doubt or are you feeding your belief? Because whichever one you nurture is the one that will grow. Belief is a force. It's not just a thought in your mind. It's the energy that drives everything you do. When you believe in yourself, you move differently. You speak differently. This is your moment to rise. You carry yourself like someone who already knows they're going to win. And that belief, it's contagious. Other people start to see it in you. Opportunities start to appear. But it all starts with what you tell yourself. Most people don't realize how powerful self-belief is. They think success is about luck, talent, or circumstances. This is your moment to rise. But let me tell you something. None of that matters if you don't believe in yourself. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you doubt yourself, you will hesitate. You'll second guess your decisions. You'll hold back when you should be pushing forward. Think about a time when you wanted something badly, but you didn't go after it because you didn't think you were good enough. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. Maybe it was a job, a business idea, or a dream you buried because you were afraid of failing. But what if just for a second you had believed in yourself? What if instead of saying "I can't," you had said "Why not me?" How different would your life look right now? Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. They believed in themselves before anyone else did. They had moments of doubt just like you. But they didn't let it stop them. They silenced that voice in their head telling them they weren't good enough. They chose to bet on themselves when no one else would. That's what you have to do. You have to bet on yourself. You have to see yourself as the person who can do it, even before you have proof. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. You have to speak it into existence every single day. You have to remind yourself, I have what it takes. I am capable. I will succeed. Because if you don't believe it, no one else will. And here's the truth. The world will try to convince you that you're not enough. People will doubt you. They'll tell you to be realistic, to play it safe. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. But that's because they don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. So the question is, are you going to listen to them or are you going to listen to yourself? Belief without action is just a wish. You can tell yourself all day that you're going to be successful. But if you want to back it up with real effort, nothing changes. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. The world doesn't reward thoughts. It rewards action. And that's where most people get stuck. They dream big. They talk big. But when it's time to put in the work, they hesitate. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But here's the truth. That perfect moment, it doesn't exist. This is your moment to rise. The people who succeed are the ones who take action before they feel ready. They don't sit around waiting for motivation to strike. They don't wait until they have all the answers. They move. They step forward even when they're unsure. They take risks. They make mistakes. They fail. And then they adjust. But they keep going. That's the difference. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. Some people talk about what they're going to do. Others actually do it. And the ones who take action, who step into the unknown even when they're scared, are the ones who win. Think about all the opportunities you've missed in your life because you were waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for someone to believe in you. This is your moment to rise. Waiting for the fear to go away. And what happened? Nothing. Time passed and you stayed in the same place. Now imagine if you had just taken the first step. Just one step. Where would you be right now? See, taking action isn't just about hard work. It's about momentum. When you start moving, things start happening. Doors open. This is your moment to rise. People notice. The universe responds. But you have to be the one to start. No one is coming to push you. No one is going to hand you success. You have to get up every single day and make it happen. And here's the crazy part. Once you start, everything gets easier. Fear shrinks. Doubt fades. Confidence grows. This is your moment to rise. You start proving to yourself that you can do it. And that belief fuels even more action. So, stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop talking yourself out of it. Whatever you've been putting off, start now. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you refuse to take. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. Most people are afraid of failure. They see it as a dead end, a sign that they're not good enough. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary part of it. Every great success story is built on a foundation of failures, lessons, and setbacks. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't. This is your moment to rise. The ones who make it refuse to let failure stop them. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall over and over again. But they don't quit. They don't say, maybe walking just isn't for me. No, they get up, try again, and eventually they figure it out. Now, imagine if you approached your goals the same way. This is your moment to rise. If you stopped seeing failure as a sign to quit and started seeing it as proof that you're learning, growing, and moving forward. The problem is most people take failure personally. They think failing means they are a failure. It's not true. Failure is just feedback. It's life telling you, not this way. Try again. This is your moment to rise. But instead of listening, most people let that message break them. They stop trying. They settle for less. They convince themselves that success just isn't in the cards for them. But here's something to think about. Every time you fail, you get better. You gain experience, knowledge, and resilience. You learn what doesn't work, which brings you one step closer to what does work. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. And if you keep going, if you keep adjusting, improving, and pushing forward, there is no way you won't eventually succeed. Look at the greatest minds, the most successful people in history. They all failed, some of them hundreds, even thousands of times. The difference, they didn't stop. This is your moment to rise. They didn't let failure define them. They used it, they studied it, and because they kept going, the world now sees them as legends. So when you fail, and you will, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Use it to get better. The people who win in life aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never give up. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. You have two choices. Let failure break you or let it build you. Which one are you going to choose? Most people talk about success like it's a mystery. Like there's some secret formula that only a chosen few understand. But the truth is simple. Success is the result of mindset and action repeated consistently over time. This is your moment to rise. That's it. The way you think shapes the way you move. The way you move shapes your results. And your results shape your future. But here's what most people get wrong. They focus on the big picture, the end goal, the dream life they want. But they ignore the small daily decisions that actually make it happen. This is your moment to rise. They get inspired for a moment, maybe even take a little action. But when results don't come fast enough, they lose motivation, they quit, they tell themselves, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not meant to be successful. That's the difference between people who succeed and people who don't. The ones who make it don't just work when they feel like it. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. They don't wait for motivation. They don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They show up every single day whether they feel like it or not. Because success is not built in one day. It's built in the moments when no one is watching. It's built in the moments when no one is watching. It's built in the sacrifices you make when no one else understands. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. It's built in the discipline of choosing growth over comfort, of choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. You see, most people want success, but they don't want the process. They want the results without the work. They want the glory without the grind. But you can't have one without the other. This is your moment to rise. If you want to build a strong body, you have to push through the pain. If you want to build a strong mind, you have to push through the doubt. And when it gets hard, and it will get hard, that's when most people quit. But not you. Not if you truly want it. Because the ones who win in life, they aren't the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. They are the ones who refuse to stop. The ones who wake up every day and say, I don't care how I feel. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to keep going until I make it. So ask yourself right now, are you waiting for success or are you working for it? Because the answer to that question will determine everything. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. You've heard all the advice. You've listened to the motivational speeches. Read the books. Watch the videos. But none of it matters if you don't do one thing. Make a decision. A real decision. A commitment to yourself that no matter what happens, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, you are going to make this work. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. Most people never make that decision. They say they want success, but deep down they're still leaving themselves an escape route. They still have one foot in and one foot out. They tell themselves, I'll try. But trying isn't the same as committing. Trying means you're giving yourself permission to quit when it gets tough. And it will get tough. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. That's a guarantee. So here's the question. How bad do you really want it? Because if you don't want it bad enough, you won't push through when the obstacles come. And they will come. The moment you decide to change your life, life will push back. You'll face rejection, failure, criticism, and moments where you question everything. This is your moment to rise. But those moments, that's where the real test begins. This is where most people quit. They tell themselves, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just play it safe. But the people who win, the ones who actually make it, are the ones who push past that point. They don't quit when it gets hard. They don't back down when things don't go their way. They rise to the challenge. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. They look at every setback and say, good, now I have a reason to get even stronger. Because when you truly commit, when you burn the boats and remove all backup plans, there is no other option but to succeed. You stop wasting time, you stop making excuses, and you start moving like someone who knows they are going to win, not someone who hopes they will. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. Not someone who wants to. Someone who has already decided that they must. So here's your moment right here. Right now. No more waiting. No more hesitation. No more excuses. It's time to decide. Not just say you want it, but prove it with your actions, your discipline, and your relentless effort. Because once you make that decision, once you fully commit, your life will never be the same. Now it's your turn. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to rise. Drop a comment below and tell me what's the one thing you're committing to today. No more waiting. No more excuses. Say it, claim it, and then go make it happen. Let's see who's really ready to step. This is your moment to rise.